Hello and welcome to today's 10-minute hip mobility. I have decided to take on the challenge of improving and increasing your hip mobility in 10 minutes. I'm going to do my best. We're going to start lying down. Take your feet hip distance apart, arms by your side, palms facing up at the ceiling. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, go ahead and lift your hips off the floor. Now you want to make sure that you tuck your tailbone here. We're going to lift the right leg off the floor and hug that right knee in towards the chest. From here, you're going to drop your hips down and then lift them up for another 10, lower, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the hips up, change sides. We'll switch, hug that left knee into your chest, placing the right foot down. Let's go lower. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Drop the hips to the floor, hug the knees into the chest. That was just to build a bit of heat. Let's rock up and down the spine until we get enough momentum to rock all the way up. Come into an all fours position onto your hands and knees. Now from here, take your hands shoulder distance apart, your knees hip distance apart, and go ahead and extend your right leg back behind you, out straight. Good, and from there, we're then going to turn out the left leg so that the left foot comes towards our right hand and push your hips back, coming into a pigeon position here. So we're going to start our passive hold in pigeon pose. If you need to grab a block to lift your hips up or to keep them square, go ahead and do so. But otherwise, everyone, we're bringing the forearms down to the floor, stack your hands, rest your forehead onto the back of your hands, and rest down here for a passive hold of pigeon. We're going to be here for roughly a minute. I want you to take a deep breath in and release a full breath out. Now, you don't have to worry about the time. All you have to worry about is the breath. So I want you to work on aiming for around 10 breaths here. Allow your shoulders to relax, your face to relax, your eyes to relax, and continue to focus on the sensations of the breath. With every exhalation, you're going to aim to relax a little bit further. And what I want you to do is try to move deeper into the stretch, if you can, every exhalation. Check in with your jaw, your eyes, and then see if you've got any space to increase the stretch a little bit more. Maybe you're going to bring that left foot forward a little bit more. Maybe you're going to push your hips deeper. One more breath. Beautiful. Then we're going to come up to the hands and we're going to start to activate. So we're doing a little bit of PNF, or pails actually in this case. What we're going to do is drive the left knee and left foot into the floor. Take your hands off and really drive your leg down into the floor. This is going to activate your glutes on the left side. So I want everything really active. I want you to imagine my hands are pushing your back. We're going to hold here for another 5. Really ramp up the intensity. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Place your hands onto the floor and try and lift your knee, your shin, and your foot off the floor simultaneously for another 5, lifting it towards your chest. 4, it's not going to lift. 3, but you're going to aim for it. 2, good. For 1, and then fold further forward into the stretch. Allow your head to relax down. Soften here. Take a deep breath in, going that little bit deeper on your exhalation. Beautiful. And then push yourself back up, lifting back into an all fours position. So nothing too intense, not moving through any vinyasa just yet. We're coming back into that all fours position. Now from here, we're going to extend the left leg back, this time moving into pigeon on the right side. So turning out your toes, pushing your hips down towards the floor, come into the position that suits you, that matches your current capability. And if you find that you're falling over to one side, grab that block and place it underneath your hips. From here, we're going to bring the forearms down to the floor, rest the forehead onto the back of the hands. And we have 1 minute of a passive hold here before we start to work through our activations. Take a deep breath in, exhale, melt into the fold, into the pose, softening down. Now, it can be common for your mind to start to wander here, but as best as possible, we want to stay as focused as we can on the sensations of the breath. We very much live in a society where we've cultivated the habit to distract ourselves when we feel any moment of discomfort. So we're going to try and retrain our ability to sit in the discomfort and instead learn to just breathe through it. Again, I'm going to remind you to relax your jaw, relax your eyes. What about your toes? Keep them relaxed. Melt into it here. Breathing deeply. We're going to take one more deep breath in and release a full breath out. Beautiful. Now working into our active pigeon, take the hands off and start to drive the right knee, right shin, right ankle into the floor, feeling that your glutes start to switch on. So really, really, really driving down. Keep everything nice and active, squeezing here, belly pulls in, driving that knee into the floor for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands come down. Try to lift that leg off. Knee, shin, foot, lift it off the floor. Lift it towards your chest for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Exhale, relax into the stretch and go deeper. Really try to increase your range here just a little bit further because we're not staying for too long. Take a deep breath in. Release a full breath out. Good. Place your hands on the floor, and then this time we are going to step back into downward facing dog. So just step back, downward facing dog. Now bring the feet together and allow your toes to touch. You're going to lift the right leg up towards the ceiling, open the hip, bend the knee slightly, and feel an opening through the front of the right hip. We want to really try to create space here, and then you're going to step that right foot to the outside of the right hand. And then from there, bring the back left knee down to the floor. Take your right arm and turn around, reaching it back behind you, bending your left knee, trying to grab hold of that foot. Now, if you can't quite grab it, that's okay. You can use a towel or a yoga strap to wrap around the foot and pull it in here. But we're going to aim to grab hold of it and start to pull that heel in. Now, at the same time, I need you to squeeze your glutes and tuck your tailbone. We want to make sure that everything's nice and active here as we stretch the hip flexors. If I relax my glute and I let my back bend too much, this stretch is going to move into my lower spine and not be so much in my quadricep and my hip flexor. Start to work to pull that heel in a little bit closer if you can. Take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, we're going to pull it in even more. And then slowly release. Now tuck the left toes, press into your left hand, lift the left knee off the floor and reach the right arm up towards the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, bring the right elbow down towards the floor. Take a breath in here and then exhale, twist back up towards the ceiling. Inhale, lower down, exhale, twist back up. Inhale, lower down, exhale, twist back up. Good. Look down to the floor, hands come down, step back, downward facing dog. Good. Let's change sides. Lift the left leg up, inhale, open the hip, bend the knee, and then go ahead, step that foot to the outside of your hand. We're coming into lizard pose here. So from here, I'm going to bend my right leg. I'm going to take my left hand, reach around to the back, so we're twisting. I'm going to reach for that foot, grab hold, and start to pull the heel in towards my buttocks, or any variation that suits my body at the time, okay? Opening up through the chest here, squeezing the glute to protect the lower spine and ensure that this is in the hip. Good, releasing that leg now. We're gonna look to the floor and you're gonna then tuck your back toes, lift the back knee off the floor, press into the right hand, bring the left elbow down to the inside of the left foot as you inhale, exhale, twist and reach. Inhale, come back down, exhale, twist and reach. Inhale, come back down, exhale, twist and reach. Good, look to the floor, hands come down, step back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. We're gonna seal this off with a beautiful opening for the front of the hips with upward facing dog. So from downward facing dog, inhale, come forward to a high push-up position. Exhale, lower down however you can, hopefully through Chaturanga Dandasana. Roll the shoulders back, inhale, open either into Cobra, or if you're taking upward facing dog, knees, hips and thighs come off the floor, squeeze the glutes, feel your lower abs stretch, feel your hips stretch, open up through the chest, and then exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Bend your knees, look forward, hop to a cross-seated position at the top of your mat. We're going to come down into Supta, Badha, Konasana, so bring the soles of the feet together, knees rest out wide. Take a moment here, opening through the inner thighs. Well done, guys. You did a really great job with your hip mobility. So, We're gonna seal off this mobility practice with more activation. Place your feet flat on the floor, right where we started. Glute bridges this time, we're just gonna go double leg. So take a deep breath in. As you exhale, squeeze, lift the hips off. Lower back down as you inhale. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Let's go for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Hug those knees into your chest. You can either stay here and hit up another one of my longer sessions, or you can finish up and get on with your day. I hope you enjoyed the practice. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, because it helps support my channel. I will see you on the mat soon.